Kilo 4, Lima, Japan, Echo.
Lima, Japan, Echo. Roger, Roger. Jim, what's going on, sir?
Yeah, hello, Mr. Jim. Just got home from work there a few minutes ago. Just thought I'd come in here and say hi. And, yes, a very pleasant good afternoon to you. Good to hear you. You're at least 20 over 9 down here, over.
Roger, well, I'm pedaling as fast as I can, Jim. I'm trying to get out, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, very good, very good. Yes, indeed. Well, Happy New Year to you. I don't think I've had a chance to say that to you. A little late there, but sorry about that. Yeah, we're running on a different radio. We're running an ICOM IC775, which is pretty old, but she seems to be doing okay. It's circa late 90s to early 2000s. And we're running a kilowatt with the end-fed wire here, about 117 feet long, 30 feet up there. KC9VKV, K4LJE.
Roger, Roger, Jim. Might turn your volume up just a little bit more there. Check, bring up your ALC. It looks like you might be light into your ALC. Looking for 2/3 on your ALC by way of my gain control. Roger.
Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Let me go here. Let me do this. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Audio, audio. K4LJE. Hello.
I think you found it there. Are you using your outboard black box?
Yeah, and I had it a little low. I must have bumped it there, Roger.
Yes, sir. Sounds really good now. You got it under control. And let's see here. I'm missing something. No, I thought I was missing something. I guess not. It's been one of those afternoons,
Yeah. Let me. Okay. Well, let's. Okay. Yeah, I got it now. Yeah, it came up there. I thought I turned the wrong button, but yeah. As long as I'm not overdoing it there, I'm about 3 fingers width from the microphone, and I don't know if I ought to tell you this, but this is a vintage microphone. This happens to be a Motorola circa 1960 TU-532 100 ohm controlled magnetic cartridge desk mic that they used to use for the emergency services, sheriffs, and all kinds of police services there, Roger.
Oh, yes, it's got just a slight rise at 3kC, but you have a nice top end past that, and you have a nice bottom end, so that mic sounds very nice, Roger.
Yeah, it's about the best we can do it. I can't do nothing about the rise. I noticed that, but I can't do nothing about it. I just, especially since I heard Mr. Heil in here earlier, I just had to check in today, and I really appreciate the reports there, and thank you very much, Jim.
Oh, yes, sir. Well, it sounds really good. Really, really good. And the thing is, if you get a bunch of bottom in there and Mother Nature decides to take your top end away through phase cancellation and you're left with all this bottom end, you become Mr. Mumble. So I'm not a real proponent of a great deal of bottom end. Something halfway pleasing on the bottom side and a lot in the top for articulation so that you can be understood in adverse conditions. Roger?
Yeah, I'm the same way, and I have learned, especially listening to a lot of people and you dealing with a lot of hams out there. That's really what really counts, and I appreciate everything that we can learn from KC9VKV. Okay, one question. Do you think I need to keep my fingers off of this one, or just leave it as is?
No, just leave it. Get that Gorilla Tape out and taper down. It's close enough. You're not really hot into your ALC. I mean, you could be a little bit warmer into your ALC. You're about 3.5 dB dynamic range, so you could be just a little hotter into your ALC for 3 dB dynamic range and still stay clean, and your average percent of peak modulation would be 80 to 85%. Roger?
Okay, there's a little bit more, just a tad bit more on the compression drive control that it has. That's a drive control for the compression there, Roger.
That's perfect. I would keep it just like that, and I would visit my local music store and get me a windscreen of a foam windscreen for that mic, Roger.
Okay, well, what I'll have to do is I'll have to take the head apart on the top of it and put one on the inside. It does not have one, but yeah, I can put one from the opposite side there, and that way it would never be seen.
No, you don't want to put it outside. You want, you don't want to put it inside. You want to keep it outside. That's the thing about windscreens, and a lot of manufacturers, mic manufacturers, have tried to put that windscreen inside the grill of the microphone. But the problem is that if you're doing a stand up with a hand mic out in 20 mile per hour winds, you're going to get whistling through the grill of the microphone. So that's why the foam windscreen is so nice, good, just to slip over the top of that microphone, because it breaks up the air currents even before it gets to the grill, and so that's why you want to keep that foam windscreen on the outside of your microphone. Roger? Okay,
all right, I appreciate that. That makes sense. Definitely makes sense, and very, very good. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to say this last thing I'm going to say, famous last words. It took a lot of effort to get this thing to even work. I'm telling you, they made it for the FM transmitters, and adapting this thing to just see how it could be done was incredible. It was a lot of effort to get this thing adjusted upright on the mixer board there, but yeah, thank you very, very much, and I hope things up there in Louisville, Kentucky are okay for you, and also 73s to all the hams out there this afternoon, and I guess I'll go ahead and cut off my little portion that I was allowed to come in here this afternoon. Thank you, Jim, and thanks to all the other hams out there, and good to meet, or good to hear Mr. Heil in here this afternoon. K4LJE, 73s all the way around. Now, go ahead, Jim.
Roger, Jim, thanks for dropping by, sir. Always a pleasure, and that radio is just sounding choice right now. It's just perfect. Run it just like that. Break out your ALC, keep an observation on that, run it just like you were running it, and I know you'll love your recording, so I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow to YouTube. So 73, and that's KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook. And now you might enjoy our other group. It's called KC9VKV Highlights. That's what it is. And that would be just to call it a search followed by the word highlights. Will take you to that. You might enjoy that also. 73, Jim. And, we'll catch you later. Have a good afternoon, great weekend. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog Net. We've got about 3 minutes till, and time for one more. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.